So my name is Roland Solomons. I work for a company called Smolland in the Tiger Brands division. I've been working for Smolland for about 20 years, and through this amazing journey that the two of us made for the last year, it was an absolute privilege. Been in business for 20 years, but for the first time, real life experiences. It was a journey of awakening, because I think sometimes you get so used to getting used to, and the real issues, the real problems is out there. And for the first time, I was given the privilege to work on issues that are practical, issues that people like Alex work every single day. And I can just salute him, because he's really opened my eyes. So for me, this journey really inspired me, it invigorated me. I've done numerous courses, numerous academic programs, but through this program, it really taught me what the real issues are. And I've become a better leader, I've become a better listener, and I've become a better community builder. And my partner, Alex, has really helped me in terms of that, because he's had the patience to deal with this every day. So he can introduce himself.
Thank you very much, Robert. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Alex Tau. I'm the principal at the school that is being shown on the screen there. I'm the principal of the band. And it's also my privilege really to be given this opportunity. And I've actually been with the school for 4 years now. And I must also just say, just for the sake of the band, also share with you that it's always been, my dream that one day as a school we could actually establish a school band, and there you are. I've tried it. I've been working for 22 years, 8 years as a normal teacher, post-level 1, another 8 years as a HOD, another sort of 6 to 7 years as a deputy principal, and another 4 years as a principal. So let me, so I went through all the ranks, people normally say that. I just want to really also, just share some experiences with you to say that it all started, our partnership actually started about a year ago when I actually met Roland. Roland is actually my second partner, and I'm not talking about, polygamy here. Roland it's actually my second partner. The first partner was Michelle from Tiger Food and Brands Smolland. And what happened is that she had actually taken up a job in Australia and had to abandon the program. And I must also, just indicate that I think it was just a blessing in disguise. Because then Roland came into the picture, and we happened to share a year of birth. So hence I'm saying it was indeed a blessing in disguise. It's been wonderful working with Roland, obviously, and there is quite a number of things that we learned together. And I must also indicate that I'm overwhelmed and humbled by the dedication, the spirit, the love that I have in Roland. Like I said, the journey started about a year ago. There are quite a number of challenges that we had as a school. And together we managed to actually, come up with, plans in terms of how all that is actually going to be, dealt with. My experiences with PfP, it has always been amazing, I must say. Very busy, yes, indeed, but then amazing at all times. We've learned a lot through the workshops that we actually attended. One has actually, noted that PfP has just become one of the homes. As a principal of a school, that is the coldest position one can ever occupy in a school situation. You normally never have a friend. Whenever there are trips and so on, you have to drive alone when people are actually sharing and so on. Whenever there is anything, you are alone out there. But then Partners for Disabilities has actually provided a second home where I could actually go and try. And I must also comment on Roland to say he's actually been helpful in the frustrations that I've experienced as a principal of a school. I had actually learned a lot through the partnership as well. The workshops that we actually attended, for instance, I was the type of a principal that thinks I know it all, I need to lead and show these people what this thing is made of. I mean, with the little experience that I have. But through Partners for Disabilities, I've just noted it's not always the case. Sometimes you need to take a step back and just listen to people, sometimes you need to really, just listen, withdraw from the situation, sit alone, apply your mind, and definitely you will be able to get energy out of it. I learned how to contract, I learned how to consult, and I must say that, in terms of the impact, this relationship has actually impacted positively upon our school. We are a school that is proud as I speak because of this particular partnership. And I'm going to hand over to Roland, who will also just say, break some ice in terms of some few things that we did, and I'll come back to really give it a bit of a muscle. Thank you very much.
So Noordwyk School, very well managed. In terms of the schools that I've seen in the COP, one of the schools got all the resources, well managed, well structured, good infrastructure, comparing to the other schools. And I thought, yippee, this is just a smooth sailing. But when you break down the layers, as usual, the needs that was established was, so teachers are committed, dedicated, however, they got frustrated. Energy levels were very low. And we decided then to embark on a program to reignite the values. What's the purpose? Realign those things and make sure that there's purpose in terms of what they are doing every day. And just try to stimulate the working environment. And that was the base. And out of that, we've achieved, we've embarked on numerous workshops to inspire, worked with the SGB, worked with the head of departments, and from there we actually established a base of what's really needed in the school. And these huge success programs have engagement with the learners as well. And Alex will take you through the details. But at the end of the day, I can say we can truly celebrate that we've already established from the first few months that this will be a long-term thing. Probably over the next 5-6 years. Even today, we were at school, saw the issues, and then from there, we built on so many things. So Alex will just share some light on what we've actually achieved.
Thank you very much. Just to shed some light in terms of that, I can see we have about 3 minutes, so I will run with speed. One of the things that we've actually done is we've actually sat down, reflected on the school itself. We thought we are not going to focus on building a school hall and all those tangible things. We thought for us to tick as Noordwyk Secondary School, we need to focus on softer skills. We have embarked on some SWOT analysis where we actually determined our strength and so on. And based on the SWOT analysis that we did, we came up with initiatives to say we need to look at issues of values. We need to look at issues that are actually coming from the heart, because we believe when the heart is in the right state of health, the entire organization will also be in the right state of health. So we did quite a number of issues. We thought most of the kids that normally do sport are not gifted in terms of academics. We initiated a sports tournament where we actually recognize the children that are actually doing very well. We initiated workshops where we were actually sort of boosting the morale of teachers, the school governing body, the SGB as well. And these are just quickly, the gallery that actually attests to that particular one. And this particular initiatives, we've also seen that it's also attracting quite a number of people outside the PfP itself. We're beginning to see lots of sponsors coming in as well. As you can see on the bottom right picture there, we have local community people that are beginning to initiate, rugby, a team in our school. So there is quite a number of things that we can always share with you. But one of the things, obviously, if you could look at the pictures there, we have a workshop taking place there. That's where we were actually sitting as stakeholders to actually plan going forward. And that is the happy staff teachers that you see in the middle there. And one of the things, yes, I said softer issues. So the more happy you are, the more happy you are, obviously you are likely to succeed. But then very quickly, let me also indicate that very importantly, this particular partnership, we have decided, Roland has actually touched it to say, we have decided that this is going to be long term. We have also identified, programs that are actually going to assist children that are actually passing grade 12. We know in our country that you have children that pass grade 12 but do not have resources to go forward. So through Smolen and Tiger Brands, we are definitely going to create opportunities of internships and so on. We've already started. One of the programs that we are also dealing with is actually to resuscitate our computer center, and there is many other programs that we are going to do beyond this day. So I think that is that particular one. I hope I covered almost everything. And okay.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.